Welcome to the Toxic Tavern, where I regale stories of horror and catastrophe and all this stuff that you hear in the darkest depth of the social media. Yes, it will change because I can never remember the one I did prior to this. This is a two-parter, so bear with it. Second part will come out the next day. This is called How a Group Fell Apart Over Pulp and a Cup of Tea. From D&D Horror Stories. This is under Rokuru Karasu. This was a play-by-post campaign. It started off normal enough with a rogue, a bard, and a paladin. That was me. And a monk sitting in a tavern. The DM, in the role of the barkeep, asks everybody what they want to drink. The monk, who is a high elf with a noble background, doesn't want to drink alcohol because it's bad for his dexterity. So he orders a cup of tea with honey. The barkeep, DM, makes a snide comment about that being a fancy order. The monk then shows him a silver coin and says, "No, this is fancy," as payment for a cup of tea. Or would you think it's worth more effort than opening a bottle? He then gets to make a persuasion check, which he passes. When the barkeep comes back with what appears to be a cup of tea and says that'll be 2 silver, the monk's player becomes suspicious. Asks to make an investigation check, passes, and turns out that somebody spat in the cup. The monk then gets up and walks out. The barkeep yells after him and he still needs to pay. To which the monk replies, "Trust me, you do not want due payment for spitting in my tea," loudly enough for all the other patrons to hear it. Outside, the monk sits down under a tree ready to meditate or trance for the night there, when the 4 men come out of the tavern and starts menacing him. The monk's player tries to talk his way out of it, but the DM doesn't even let him make a persuasion check this time. Combat starts. My paladin and the rogue come out of the tavern to help the monk, while the bard's player decides that it would be in character for him to stay back, keep drinking and watch the fight until things get serious enough for his magic to be needed. It goes as one should expect. Easy victory for the players. As the encounter ends, the city watch arrives. The DM decides that one of the 4 thugs died during the fight, even though we all announced that we would be making non-lethal attacks, and somehow only the monks gets arrested and subsequently put on trial for murder. During the trial, apparently all the NPCs present in the tavern testified that the monk had attacked the barkeep over the tea and the 4 thugs had only attempted to throw him out for it. When it comes to the other PCs testifying, the rogue player says snitches get stitches and claimed that he saw the 4-on-1 brawl happening outside and wanted to intervene. The bard flat out lies that he saw nothing. My paladin actually gives an accurate report but doesn't call out the rogue and the bard for their false testimonies directly. In the end, the judge, DM, decides that since so many more witnesses testified against the monk, meaning that the other players couldn't have convinced him otherwise, even if we had made all serious attempts to, he must surely be guilty and is going to be hanged the next day.